We got Go Fast parts. And they're all over the place. Jesus Christ.
Could have been me from opening the box.
Wow, okay. Interesting. Well, that should do a world of wonders for this car. Got all of our swivel washers here. Got all the nuts somewhere. Kind of all over. I think. What's up with that little cap in there? Well, we got some work ahead of us here now, don't we? Is this some instructions here?
Kind of.
Installation guide. Nah.
That one's a little full.
What are these? Are these just... I think it's like a little stud in there. It's just screwed in there. I don't know why. I guess... I don't know. I'm really confused on why this is in there, but it's in there. Just gotta take them all out. See, that's all it is. It's just like a little Allen key, like threaded piece in there. Fire. I guess we get a million of these for some reason, so. Alright, yeah, we got some work cut out for us today, and we're gonna take you along for the ride here, and hopefully we'll have a running car at the end of this video here, or at least see what it does. Alright guys, we got everything laid out here, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go over here. I believe number 6 is still at top dead center. We're going to double check with our distributor here. I've got my rocker, the little swivel washer that sits down in there, and then the nut will go in the stud, and it'll kind of essentially look like that. We will double check everything and show you guys the process on a couple of these here, and then we'll kind of speed the process up. So we're going to double check. Last time on the last video, what you guys saw, we were at top dead center on 6, and we found the issue with the rockers hitting the valve springs here. And that's why we are doing all of this, because they have a different shape and an angle. As you can kind of see on the video there, you can see where it's touching the top side here. Whoever built this motor was an absolute idiot, doesn't know what they're doing. So,
3.5.
So I'm gonna pop this rocker off here. Just show you real quick on number 6 exhaust, which our distributor cap, our rotor shows that it's pointing towards 6 there. You can see the golden tip. It's pointing towards spark plug number 6 here. So 6 is on top dead center. That's where we left off with this thing. It has not spun over at all since. So we got our old rocker and nut and washer and everything. We're gonna set it right there. As an engine builder myself, I would definitely dunk these in a little bit of oil, especially on that washer part. Being these are roller tip rockers, you can see now it's all oiled up and lubed. I don't want to put these in dry. I'm gonna put the roller tip in there too. I don't want to put that in there dry. So essentially dunk the whole thing under oil, set it down. Now you can see it is not touching the spring. It is nowhere near. That's just softly mocked up. You can kind of see there's a good gap there. So now we're gonna put our washer in. We want to make sure that the beveled edge goes downwards, so that gives it the rotation that it needs while it's running. And then this stud, we're gonna make sure, or the nut for the stud here, make sure that the hex head is towards the top side here. We'll screw that in. And then we will take these are 7/8, the size that we need. some oil off my finger here. I want some more. Make sure it's nice and center on the valve itself. If you want to come over top and see, I'm not quite centered yet. Doesn't. Because we had an issue with this one sitting funky. You seen in the last video. I'm gonna grab my phone real quick. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure that the push rod is seated properly down on the lifter in there. And looks like it is. So now I'm going to, it still looks like it's way off for some reason. Again, this was our problem child to begin with. Loosen this up real quick. Set this down somewhere real quick. I'm gonna kind of hold it to the front here. There, it likes that better for some reason. Crazy to think these stupid things just like kind of stay straight.
Till they don't.
Till they don't for some reason too. Well, these are gonna be fun to do. Sokka doesn't want to go on them. You suck. I'm just kidding. So we're zeroed out right now. There's no up and down play. And then for preload on these is a quarter turn past 0. So the best way to do that is we're going to kind of get our ratchet somewhat like at a straight angle going towards the middle of the engine, and then come down 90 degrees or to a quarter turn. And that's how you set your preload on your small block Chevy. Now to do it 15 more times. That still doesn't look quite center, but it's a lot better than what the old one was, so we might run with it. I don't know. It's a little crooked. I'm hoping that stud's not messed up or something. I'm gonna do the other one, the intake side, real quick, and then we will see how that kind of goes in and tightens up. And we'll update you when we get that in. So we got the intake in. It is preloaded. If you want to give them a view on the overhead, it is exactly how it's supposed to be. Move these wires out of the way. It is perfectly center. So my guess is that the guide plate right here is too far this way, causing the push rod to throw the tip too far to the left here. So I'm gonna pull it out, clean the stud off. I want to double check, make sure the stud doesn't seem bent at all either. It doesn't look bent. Just want to confirm it. So we're gonna pull the stud out real quick, the rocker arm stud, and then we will put it back in with the push rod in there and see if we can get it to bump over just a little bit so we can see if that'll line it up straighter or not. So luckily I got Loctite here, so we'll Loctite this one back in, and then hopefully we will have a straight rocker arm now, because I noticed a couple of these are a little off. Like number 2's exhaust here is a little bit off, so we might have to persuade that one over a little bit too. And I thought there might have been 1 or 2 rockers on the driver's side as well that were kind of like in a similar laying fashion, but we'll get this one off right now, being that this one's at our top dead center, and we'll jump off the bridge when we get to those cylinders over there. Why is that cut? I don't like the way this looks. Look at the stud right here. It's like notched out. Get all this Loctite off real quick. Well, that would have been on the top side. Why would it be cut up there? That wouldn't even be cut for this at all. I don't know why that would have a big, like, it looks like a grinder cut. It's pretty deep. I don't know what that would be for. I know what it's for, or what it's from. It's from the rocker pushing into it.
I mean,
Come look on number 6's intake here, and look on the back side where the rocker goes up against it. I think it's coming from right here. That's right at the same height to where one of the old rockers. Yeah, I can feel where the old rocker kind of touches there. Yeah, you got it right there. Well, we're gonna have to watch these rocker studs and see if we're gonna have to just watch and make sure they don't look any worse than this. It sucks to say, but I hope we don't need new rocker arm studs. And we didn't catch this the other day when we had this apart.
yay, part 3.
Let me. I mean, this could be from the bottom, from the top side or the bottom side. Like I'm saying top and bottom as far as like this is the top side of the stud and this is the bottom side of the stud, like towards the valve spring or towards the push rod top, valve spring bottom. It could be coming from either side. I can't see why it would be from the bottom side, unless for some reason it has too much lift, but I don't see why it would be from the top side either, because it wouldn't want to go in there right. Looking at this stud here, it's definitely not bent at all. This is definitely really straight, so that's not our issue there. Just trying to brainstorm out loud kind of for some reason, which doesn't usually always work for me, but sometimes it does. Got everything cleaned up here. Got some fresh Loctite on there. I'm gonna drop this in here. Not drop it, but set it in here nicely. And then I think we'll be able to kind of see where it was at. We're gonna take our push rod and stick it in there. And then we will be able to really dial this in kind of straight. So here's your push rod. Just stick it down in there somewhere. Set this down, get my flashlight, drop my ratchet, set that down into the lifter. Okay, it's in the lifter there. Not gonna get this totally tight. Get pretty close to being tight. And I'm actually gonna go grab the rocker itself and just kind of line it up and make sure we're good. Also, we figured out what those stupid little black caps for. They're little lockers for the nuts here, so they don't come out or in while the car is running. Let me go grab a rocker real quick. Forget what I said about using a dry one. I have my oiled up one just because I needed the washer and the nut to kind of hold this rocker down. It's moving. Let me loosen it up. I'm way off right now. Seems good right there. It looks nice and center. Let me just tighten down this nut a little bit more. That looks way better. So that's what that issue was. It was just off center. So I'm gonna do my best to pull that rocker off. I'm gonna hand it to Dan, and then I'm gonna tighten down that stud all the way with the, this is the same 5/8 or whatever. So that way the guide plate doesn't move, and that looks like a million times better. We are gaining so much horsepower here, guys. It's insane. So, all right, we're gonna let you know when we're done with this. So, we're gonna torque this to spec real quick. I got the wrench already calibrated for it. Click. All right, that's torqued right there. And then we'll get our rocker back on here, and we'll get that adjusted and the preload set for that. And we'll show you guys the result on our troubled rocker here. So we got the exhaust on here. It is nice and straight. I'm gonna double check this. I thought I got the preload down, but I don't feel like it now. It's on there really straight now. You can kind of see when you put the camera over it. Way better than it was before. So we're gonna run with that. I'm gonna set the preload on it here real quick. Both of these should be good. Zeroed out right there. And then, like I said, I like to bring it to the top. Come down a quarter turn right there. And that is set. So now we're gonna go on to, we're gonna rotate the motor a little bit here. I don't know what cylinder this is. It's either, I think it's 7 is the next one here. So we're gonna go over to 7, repeat the process. I'm pulling those lifters out and then putting the new ones in, and we'll update you when we're over there on that side and when we feel like updating you. So I really want you just to go in there and see if there's, yeah, you can kind of see that one was hitting the retainer. You can see it right there, the discoloration. It's hard to see it on the camera, but I can promise you it was hitting too. Not as bad as the other ones have been, but
that one was also not really falling off of it, so.
Yeah, not falling off either, but I mean, still, you're not supposed to have those hitting the retainers, so regardless of it being knocked off or not, it should not be touching your retainer for your valve.
Uh-oh. What happened?
That's not good. Jesus Christ. Don't be like these guys. Make sure your rocker arms will fit your valve springs, okay? These guys obviously did not. That's the worst one we've seen so far. And that would have made a lot of noise and made your...
Made my horsepower, my ponies go down.
Yes, big time. So we got number 5 intake off here.
Because we were supposed to do that one.
Yeah, we were actually supposed to be doing number 5. I'm an idiot, don't know the firing order. But you can see that one. That one drove it in pretty good. So I'm gonna put this one back in, or the new one in, and then adjust it, and then move on to the exhaust on number 5. We're gonna have to readjust 7, but it's alright.
That's fine.
I don't really think it really needs much adjustment because they were pretty much zeroed out, and that almost top dead center, so.
Yeah, it's close enough, man.
Close enough. Alright, guys. We got, we're working on number 2 over here. We got number 2 exhaust. The new one is on. You can see it's not sitting very flat there, or very in line with the valve, so see it's a little crooked there. It's a little bit much for me because it kind of wants to rock off, the side pretty easily. It's zeroed out. It's not adjusted completely. I don't have the quarter turn on, but being it zeroed out and wants to walk over pretty good. I'm going to do the same process as what I did with number 6 exhaust. And I'm going to pull the stud out again, clean everything so I can put good new Loctite in there. And we're going to push that, the guide for the push rod just a smidge to the left. So we'll update you when that's all set and like pretty much ready to go back together. All right, guys, we got our guide plate slid over now, and the stud is tight, and you can see that is much more better on Mr. Valve there. It's gonna be much more happier with us now. Yeah, we're zeroed out, so I'm gonna do my quarter turn here. That'll be right here, and then oh, I have it on loosen.
What an idiot.
Yep, we'll let this guy wrench. And then now we're just gonna ignore me hitting that stuff, and that's 90 degrees there. Perfect. She's ready to go. Now we're gonna put this one back, or
take that one off.
Take that one off and put the new one in. Repeat the process on this one. Oh, we don't have to move this guide plate, so yeah, we're just gonna keep rolling. This will be our halfway mark. We've done 6, 5, and 7, and then now we're doing 2, and then I don't know which one we gotta do next. Oh, I think it's number 1 is we gotta do next. So we'll let you know if we run into anything else, and I think we've kind of covered almost everything on what we're doing as far as like having some of these issues like the guide plate and whatnot being a little off center and whatnot. So yeah, we'll let you know if we run into any issues. Hopefully the next clip is a car running.
Yeah. All right, we're getting down. He's putting on the second to last. As you can tell, the brown one is the last one. Does that one look good?
It's a little off, but I think it's actually pretty good because I'm rocking it back and forth. Those other ones, they fell down when I would rock it back and forth before I put preload on it. So I'll just put the preload on it and let's call that one good. And
this is...
Again, I think I said this off camera. It's not like this is a drag strip motor either. Like that's gonna be running at high RPMs all the time. So it's mostly a street car with a couple every once in a while drag races at the light or something, you know. So
smoking some square body Chevys. Some red square body Chevys, short bed, lowered.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Mustangs, but
well, Mustangs, they'll break down before the light even turns green. So at least the lowered short bed red square bodies will still be running. Maybe.
Yeah, running away from you.
This guy thinks he's cool. He doesn't have a 410 gear rear gear.
Nope, not gonna need that with how much power I'm gonna be pushing.
I don't know, after these rocket arms, I might blow out my rear end. Wait, what?
What?
Alright, what's the...
You can see we got our nice rocker arms all in there. They're looking pretty spiffy on both sides. Not gonna lie, I like the way they look.
Ooh.
So Dan's gonna get in and fire this thing up and
try to.
And we're gonna see if we did good or bad on this job. I think we did pretty good. Hopefully the battery's not dead like it was the other day. We're just gonna run it real quick with the valve covers off, just to get a good visual on everything real quick.
Man, it stinks in here.
Oh, okay. We're just only gonna run it for a few seconds, so go ahead when you are. Uh-oh. Give her a couple pumps. Okay. She's not happy. All right, let's get the jump box on it. All right, now I got the juices going to the juice cube here. Fire it up. Okay. Give her a couple pumps. Might ran out of fuel. Okay. Sounds a lot better so far. I'll let the oil get up to the one's getting oil here, getting oil there, making sure we're getting oil on everything. See how it sounds from the back here. Oh, I saw a mouse. I just saw a mouse.
Yeah.
I just saw him. He was in there. Dude, it sounds way meaner.
Yeah.
Dude.
The door is shaking when it's here.
Yeah? It sounds way better. I mean,
it never bounced.
Yeah, you can see it on the camera. That's not me shaking. That's the door shaking a little bit. I mean, get some oil on the headers up here. Got good oil flow. Everything looks good. So go ahead and shut her down. It sounds really good, especially in the back. I'd say that's a pretty good success so far. All right, we're gonna slap valve covers on this thing real quick, put the air cleaner on it too. We might go for a joyride real quick just to make sure everything feels good, and we'll rev it too. We're gonna start back up when the valve covers are back on and rev it, make sure everything sounds good and revs out okay. I don't want oil going everywhere. I just want to hear it idle, make sure we're getting good oil flow through everything. So we're gonna wrap that up real quick here, and we'll tune in when we got everything buttoned up and running again. So
what did this idiot just do?
I just put the valve cover on upside down.
And who put theirs on them the right way? Dan didn't.
Dan did, I guess.
See, he goes, make sure the flags are upright.
See, I wasn't looking at the flags. I was looking at this plug for the PCV valve.
Oh.
And I'm like, I don't remember it stretching away.
Oh, it's almost like the flags are supposed to be upright.
Shut up, idiot.
Dan on top.
Got our valve covers on. Been running for just a few seconds here. It sounds really happy. The idle might need to be turned up just a little bit. I'm gonna close the hood softly, and then I'll just have you pull out real quick. This thing's so dirty, but it looks really good in the camera. And it's so quiet out here. Keep it running. might just be cold. Is it just cold?
What?
It seems to be idling pretty low. Do you think it's just because it's cold?
Oh.
There's no choke on that carb either, so.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so quiet. Come listen to it out here.
Oh, I can hear it in here, definitely.
Yeah, sounds a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm standing like directly behind it.
Yeah, that motor used to make so much noise.
I mean, it sounds good, you know? Choppy. Oh, I might die. It's just smoking because there's oil on the manifolds.
I mean, I have the clip
Like,
still of it running.
stand directly in front of it, like right in line. That's how a V8 should sound.
Yeah.
Nice and smooth.
I still have that video of us when we started it up.
Yeah,
kind of
winter.
early in the winter.
I'll let you listen to it. Idling at like 600 RPM.
I know.
I think it's just cold.
Yeah.
Is that a little better?
Oh yeah.
How's it sound up here? Listen to the noise. Everything sounds good up there?
Yeah.
Sounds smooth? You want to go for a test drive?
Yeah, we'll do it real quick here.
Yeah. Alright guys, so far test drive's going pretty good. We're going to loop around right here and then we're going to kind of get in it here and see how it does now. Alright, this is going to be the test hit, the initial test hit. Do it however you want. Jesus Christ. That was a second gear pull there.
Oh yeah.
A little bit better? Yeah, you'd say so?
Yeah, I didn't even give her all.
Yeah, didn't give her all, huh?
I could have given it a little bit better of a boosted launch, but
That's all right.
kind of just launched when I felt it start moving, so.
Yeah, once you felt the grip. This car does launch pretty good for what it is and how it's set up. Well, put the camera down. That was a pretty good little test run there.
Successful day, I would say.
Yes. Well, test drive was successful, huh?
Pretty much.
Saw a clip of what it's gonna do, and he wasn't even in it all the way. So
I still have the old video of what it sounded like before. So I'll put that in so you can hear what it sounds like now. No noise, big power.
big power.
So pretty successful day. I think
Dan approves.
Dan approves.
Dan approves.
I think everyone should get, actually no, so I can be faster than you, stick with a 1.5 ratio. Trust me, that's the way to go. Let's go stock rocker arms.
Stock rocker arms.
Yeah, they'll make it faster for sure.
For sure. And you'll screw up your valve retainers too.
Yeah, and
that's
like,
good for it.
They'll get mice in your car and stuff. Like, dude.
So we'll we got a couple other little things to do, like that fuel line in there. We got to clean the interior out. We might get the blower motor working for the heat, so he has a defroster, but maybe not. Not sure yet.
I don't know anyway.
We still have that gnarly squeak in the back with the rear suspension, so we got to cut that.
Cut the little knob off.
Yeah, there was a little nut or a stud back here under the, I forgot what it was, on the shock bolt or something. It like rubs on the frame or something.
stop.
The bump stop, that's what it was. It was the bump stop.
Got some rear headlight or rear
Yeah,
headlights to take
his
care
running
of.
lights weren't working, so we'll probably do all that stuff in another video and kind of do like another little final go over. His rear window on this corner leaks really bad. We'll probably have that professionally done. I don't want to deal with that. I'm not very in tune with glass, so we'll do that professionally somewhere else. So yeah,
Like and subscribe, man. I mean,
nothing else to it.
Nothing else to it,
We
man.
got bangers coming out this year.
yeah.
Hope-
Nothing but bangers.
The track is really wet right now, so we cannot film the banger that we want to film right now. You're not gonna want to miss it though.
Got some gun videos. Lincoln probably won't get the 454 in the next video because you guys haven't liked and subscribed. But when you guys do, it'll get the 454. If we do a video on that, it needs the rear transmission seal to the drive shaft. So
Also, Little Red is about a month away or so from getting an engine. So we got word from the machine shop that the heads are good and they're gonna be able to fix those. The block itself is not that good. So we're gonna end up finding a short block for it. There's a couple on Marketplace I'm looking at, just need to get some cash for it. And that's why you guys need to like and subscribe so we can put money into these projects so we can bang some nice videos out for you guys.
we need big motors, we need big videos, and
We need you to like and subscribe.
like and subscribe.
Catch you in the next one.